I'm sure everybody out there in YouTube land is trying to figure out what's going on up here with the sawmill. I myself am still trying to figure out what's going on with the sawmill myself. Uh, Seems like every time I take 2 steps forward, I take 3 steps back. Truck blew an engine trying to finish a job down in Jonesville. Tractor stuck in Jonesville. I got lumber or logs stuck in Jonesville that prevents me from making lumber out of those logs. And the tractor prevents me from making lumber out of any of the logs I got here. So, been stuck spinning my wheels for about a month now. One mode of transportation, I can use it to get down to Jonesville, do some stuff in Jonesville, but then I got to be home in time for her to go to work. She goes to work. It's not worth the gas money for me to keep the car here to have it to do other things in the afternoon, because it's not going to make money on the sawmill. So right now, I've got to finish up what I can down in Jonesville to get my tractor home. Then I can start proceeding to work forward with making money with what I have on hand to be able to invest in more logs that are what everybody's wanting right now, which is eastern red cedar in my area. So I'm going to invest some of the money I make into getting that stuff so I can get it cut, get that money recuperated that I invested and some, hopefully to where I can come up with the down payment to get me a replacement truck. At that point, then I can deliver my lumber that I cut, and hopefully I can go back to Jonesville to finish up the job I've got going on down there, because my tractor doesn't have a grapple, and I'm trying to move debris around that has been stacked up in a situation that was designed to be left to rot. Some of that wood is good for firewood, but the rest of it is just brush and limbs that aren't cut up for firewood. And the woman has DOT coming before Christmas to pick up the brush from Helena, and if I can get it out on the side of the road, they can pick it up. But without me making money, here it is, somewhere almost the 13th or so of December. If I don't get things rolling, get money coming in, we're behind on the mortgage, and I'm trying to do my best with the sawmill to make money, to make it a viable business, to be able to catch the mortgage up before we lose the house and have a place to live and a business that I can work at my own pace to make the money I need to survive in life and take care of my family here on the Rock in Smyrna, South Carolina. So that's an update for now. It's a couple of weeks before Christmas. Who knows, maybe my twin brother with the red and white hat might be able to drop some money off somewhere on the doorstep to push us forward enough, you know. I'm trying to get in touch with the SBA to see if I can't produce some kind of starter funds to where maybe I can get my truck that will haul my tractor and upgrade my trailer where it'll be easier for me to get the tractor on and off of it and to get the lumber on and off of it, so I can take my tractor down there, load the lumber on the trailer, drive it home, roll the lumber off the trailer, and drive back down there, get other logs, bring them home, whatever I got to do, and then load the tractor up and be done. But I'm going to have to give up this going 60, 70 miles away from home to try and pick up logs, because I don't have the vehicle to do that, and if I'm not cutting lumber, I'm not making money. If I'm picking up logs, essentially at that point in time, it's an investment, but until that investment becomes fruitatious, it's going to be a waste of money. So once I get my tractor home, I'm going to bust my ass on cutting everything up that I can cut up to sell to people, to make the money I need to make, to be able to invest in more logs, better quality logs, the stuff that people are needing. I've got to build me a place to dry it. I got to build me a place to kiln dry it, which right now I'm looking at a solar kiln. And I may end up having to contact people at Virginia Tech or somebody like that to say, hey, look, design this thing for me. Because everybody keeps saying, you want the solar area of it exposed to the south. Where I'm putting my building, the solar area on the south side means I got to load it from the north. And where I plan on putting this building, there's no way to load it from the north. So I'm going to have to design it to where I can load it from the east or the west so it can dry it with the sun that's coming in from the south, which of course we got good southern exposure to that side. Don't get me wrong, but when you drive down a driveway and you're looking at a solar panel system that's going to kiln dry stuff, it's going to kind of look funny. So, but you know, since the kiln is going to be the last stop for it to be dried on the way out, and then it's going to have a regular storage building that I'm going to have to contain heat and air on eventually. I'm going to have to do lots of investing on getting some things set up to where I can have power put where I need it. I'm hoping that I can do a saw pole service, and then from there it will just be a saw pole service, and I can run my wires where I need to from the saw pole service to the structures that aren't going to be livable structures. It's just going to be for drying lumber and storing lumber, and I can make everything happy that way. Yeah, but we will see. Just right now, keep your thumbs up, like, subscribe, do any of that you feel like you need to, but please pass it along. Get my name out there a little bit more. Sooner or later, maybe I might start getting some money from YouTube, but and hopefully soon. I won't be struggling to talk. I got some kind of sinus head cold thing going on, so we're gonna say peace out right now. I have a couple other projects on the property that sooner or later I'm gonna get in with some other people. I'm gonna talk to Jason at Mount Baker Mining and Metal, and maybe Jeff Williams. Jeff Williams does a lot of things with geology. I've got some interesting soil characteristics here on my property in South Carolina, but I don't know anybody that likes to play with rocks, you know. I like the story of everybody saying, you know, that the gold likes to follow black sand. Well, I got a lot of black sand showing up on my property in a lot of places. Not saying I'm sitting on a gold mine, but I'm saying that there is gold on the property. I have found some in the creek. Of course, with the creek, since it's alluvial gold, that means it comes downstream. So I'm downstream from the gold mine. Smyrna, Hickory Grove, there were quite a few gold mines in the ages. So keep that in mind. Hopefully, you know, sooner or later I might find me a rock out here. Might be able to dig me a hole out of some of this financial debt that I'm in. So, but just keep me in mind. Like, subscribe, and you can comment. I do check to see if people have commented. Right now, I've got a new phone because my old phone was struggling for some reason. Verizon and myself can't figure out what was going on with the Nokia 8 5G that I had. It wouldn't accept the memory card that I added to it. And then it started telling me the memory was full, even though I had 64 gigabytes in the camera that was only half full, and then I had 256 gigabytes on the card, and there wasn't but like 12 gigabytes on it, but it wouldn't let me take screenshots, wouldn't let me take films, wouldn't let me do any kind of recordings for YouTube. And I'm glad to have this fixed. So now I get to see what kind of quality this phone puts out. Please like, subscribe, comment. I'd like to continue on.